they're not even here yet. I don't know if we're gonna have all the players.
We legit had, I think it was about a week of practice before our first game. Yetu especially, like, is an incredible sentinel, and the way that he's able to
much better than his Waylay.
Oh my god! When a signing like that becomes available, you just have to jump on it.
Welcome everybody to the Spike Drop. This week we have our feet out for foot, and I am joined by Bambino and Yetujey as we'll be taking you through this week of Valorant. So I kind of now want to move on a little bit in terms of talking about some of the players that you were with for such a long time, because obviously Mr. Fallen and Guys, I think they were on foot since the beginning of 2022. Obviously you joined them a little bit later. Was there almost like a massive shift in almost culture of the team? Because from my perspective, when I saw both of them leave, I knew that was going to be a massive change for Foot as a team.
Yeah, actually, they were like really good people. Without esports, they are really good persons. I always have good times with them, and it was funny journey. But for the esports, maybe this is what we need to do to make Foot better, because all of us like working for the Foot, so we should only care about making Foot as better team.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sad about their leaving, but that was looking like needed, and because when we talk about meta, we understand we can't adapt it, and guys told us like. I can't understand what we need to do right now, or something like on probably after the EMEA clash or something. And we tried to fix so many things. We put Cross-Telly as a second duelist. He was trained to play Yoru. And after that week, we played Cross-Telly with Initiator again. And like we have only 2 weeks before the stage 1 start, and we were just changing all the roles like every day and every agents. It was too hard because we were trying to find a solution about our game style, but we can't find it. If maybe the change are not happen, then maybe we can be O3 right now. So I think we made a good decision about it, and also our bosses did really good job, because like of course, they are really good humans, and they are really experienced coach and player. But sometimes, like, you should understand, you need to.
It's a job.
Yeah, that's a job. It's a job. Yeah. Like I see Wood said something about comeback. I love you as an individual, but. It's a job.
Yep.
It's just like that. Like when it's a job, when you just keep doing it for your life, keep taking salary for your life, and make the builds more better career or something, then you can't care about the feelings or something. Like everyone wants to be better, or everyone wants to win, but if we can't, then something just have to change, I guess. So we understand it too late maybe, but after we understand it, they find a solution about bringing Vlad to our coach and taking Sop as our new player. After that, that's what it is. I think we are really good right now.
I want to ask you a question that I already know the answer to because you told me, but how surprised were you when you found out you were getting Sop? Because I don't think, like, something we spoke about quite a lot was like, maybe we do need to change something, but there just aren't the players available. Then you got him, and I was like, how?
Yeah, he kind of just fell into our lap, really. Like,
I
remember I was having a meeting with the management and stuff, and we were kind of we were talking about a lot of things, and then the possibility of signing Sop was brought up, and I was like immediately like, whoa, roll that back a second. Let's
1 minute.
Let's focus in on that. And so I was really surprised. Like I didn't know about the Ulf Eternal Fire situation and all of this. So it was definitely a shock for me. But when a signing like that becomes available, you just have to jump on it. You know what I mean? Like I think everyone's aware of the talent that Sop is, and what just a great person and great teammate he is as well. He was like such a like perfect jigsaw piece for our team, especially given the meta and all of this, that it was just the perfect signing that just fell straight into our lap, and we're like, well, we have to jump on this, you know.
Yeah. What about the other signing? Because obviously Sociable, it didn't work in Na'Vi, safe to say. BBL, he was fantastic, but in Na'Vi, it felt like some of his worst performances since we've seen him in Tier 1. He hadn't led at a Tier 1 level, but we'd always heard like he'll do a lot of secondary calling, he'll have a lot of input, even in English. So then you have the choice between him and Mr. Farlin. Mr. Farlin, who's been this piece of the foot puzzle for such a long time. From a coaching side, what was the decision to change?
I mean, we really deliberated for a long time. So we were running like some trials at the time, and then we heard that Sociable was being released from Na'Vi and he might be available. We wanted to test him as an IGL on smokes, and we really loved the stuff he was doing in the trials. I mean, to speak on Sociable a little bit, like he's an incredible player, and I think you're finally now seeing his full potential on a Turkish-speaking team as an IGL. I think this is the perfect role for him. He's got an incredible sense for the map, incredible sense for timings. You watch him play, it's like he's got wall hacks sometimes. Some of the stuff he's doing, you know. And
poor Felix.
Yeah. I mean, that game's a great example, right? But the thing is, obviously, Fallen was also a great IGL and a very tenured player with a lot of experience.
And had sick aim.
Yeah, incredible. Incredible.
Sick aim.
And so we really deliberated a long time, and some of it comes back to what you spoke to about the culture shift. We kind of also thought that if the coach is leaving, okay, maybe we should look to change IGL as well.
If you keep one, it probably stays the same culture.
And we have like a full fresh reset of the team. And also just Sociable just really, really impressed us. And there's some of the stuff he was doing in trials, he's finally doing now on stage. And I think you're really seeing like the final form of Sociable. And we're just very happy that we were able to make that happen, I guess.
There's something I wanted to ask you as well. I feel like since kickoff to now, your individual performance has gone up significantly. Is a lot of it down to almost just the vibe of this team? Because everybody seems like you're still shouting, you're always shouting. That's never going to change. But like, it does seem like the vibes of everybody are very, very good right now.
Yeah, that's true. Like now we are having more hype when we are playing the games, and we always focus. We should enjoy the games when we play, and after Sociable camps, like we understand. I finally take a deep breath and I say to myself, "Oh my God, there is no chaos. Our coach is stable. Our IGL is stable, and we have two big potential, Cross-Telly and Soap." Then I said, "Okay, I can focus myself finally." Then I try to focus myself more. I always do when I play the game bad on pracs or maybe. For the officials, we always talk with Tyler and we always talk with Vlad as well, because I trust them a lot, and I know that everyone wants to make us better team. So I always come to them and ask like, what can I do better? What was my mistake there? Because I know I'm not a best player. No one is like can play without mistakes on this game. So I'm always trying to improve myself more. And they are helping me a lot, thanks to them. And for the team, I think we have really good energy, like you said, because right now, no one thinking about losing. They don't even not even losing. They don't even care the L word. Like the, I don't know. We are really good. I'm so happy about that, and also I'm happy about that. And I'm also happy about Cross-Telly, because like he's looking like my little brother. I don't have any time. Like I know him since 3 years or something. We don't have that much friendship before he joins Foot, but after he joins Foot, when we spend time together, we go like in Istanbul so many places together as a duo, and we talk a lot about his game, my game, and the team. We always try to find what we can do best. Even we can't do anything, we were just focusing making our energy and hypes more better, because if you can't change the game, if you can't change your aim, if you can't change your individual performance, then you just focus to make team feel more comfortable and more enjoyable. So he has so many energy. I love him, and I'm so happy to see him on this level, because for the last matches, I know he isn't that much. Maybe I know he's good, but he is not thinking like he's the really good or he is okay with this level. But after the last game against TL, I guess, and he just break his chains, and now people should scare about him because he's my brother.
Yeah.
If you guys try to touch him, I will find you. Don't worry.
No, I'm really glad you brought him up actually, because obviously there's a lot of discussion about our roster right now, and I think Crossley is currently criminally underrated by a lot of people. And like Crossley is the perfect piece when you have Zeus and you have Sop and you have these two insane duelists. Like, okay, they need a supportive player. Who is gonna throw their recon darts? Who is gonna break their util so they can peek with the op? And it takes a real specific type of character to do this and do this well. Yeah. And I think Crossley does a really good job of that. So I'm glad you mentioned him.
But I think as well, it's down to if everybody cares about the numbers on the board, you've already lost the game. It's like you need someone that is going to be that little bit more selfish. I think a good example is actually Cloric on Navi as well. He's happy to just die as long as somebody else gets the kill. One other thing I wanted to touch on, because something Vlad mentioned to me like almost the first day, and he was talking about you, and he said, one thing I felt like I almost had to change immediately was you having more freedom. And it was when you were in the old system, you felt like, okay, I can't take any risks because if I die, we're screwed. But now he wants me to take risks because of how good you are as a player.
Yeah, right. Like, not gonna skip this part, but on the first season when I joined Foot, guys told me for the newcomers, we always have a rule. We don't care what you do. We don't care how you play. We always try to improve your game, but we always let you freedom. And for the my first season on VCT, it was perfect, and I was feeling so good. I was doing so many good job. Then for the second year, when we start bets, my freedom is just a little, how can I say?
Reduced?
Yeah, a little like that. And after that, I feel I can't do it anymore, like for the last years, because I always focus on my last years, how do I do better or what do I better. But after that, I understand I shouldn't focus on my past games like that. I always need to focus on my future.
Yeah.
And after it, when Vlad came, he said to me, I know you are a Yetujey, I know you are really good, but you lost your unexpected moments. You are looking more standards right now. We need to change it, because I know when you feel this freedom, you can be a best gamer, best Valorant player in the world on this match. So I will just give you that confidence, and I will focus on your freedom, and we will make it better together. And after that day, I think I'm feeling more confident when I try to walk somewhere, when I try to lurk, or when I try to take one-on-ones. Because for last year, actually, I can't even take one-on-ones because I always focus on, oh my god, if I die, what team gonna do? But now I don't need to focus on my team. I always focus on them. But sometimes I need to focus myself as well, because I am another player for a team. So I need to do something good, or I need to understand what I have to do. And with Vlad and Bambino, I think it's on the best level.
Huh. No notes?
No, I mean, I agree. It's something me and Vlad spoke about when we came in, about like, we have such great individual players, and like Yetu especially, like, is an incredible sentinel, and the way that he's able to
much
anchor
better than
sides,
his waylay.
Oh my god! Like the way that he's able to, the way he's able to like anchor sites and his lurking and stuff. And we just spoke about how can we enable this, and like how can we make each of our players do the things that they do best more. You know what I mean? And so, like, for example, Sop is an amazing entry. Zeus is an amazing rifler. Yetu is a fantastic site anchor and lurker. And so how can we have a kind of system that allows the freedom for these guys to do as much of what they do really well? And so, yeah, I think we've managed to find a really good balance right now of giving the players as much freedom as possible to do the things while also still working together very well as a team.
Okay. Well, for now at least. I was going to ask you the goals, but I think the goal will probably be make Masters. I think it's, at this stage, it's a silly question. You've made playoffs. we know what you're trying to do. So I want to move on to some predictions for next week. Right, well, we're going to be taking a little bit of a look at what happened this week in EMEA. And to kick things off, I want to start with BBL versus GX. And I want to come to you, Yetujey. Obviously, you are the Turkish expert in the room. Were you a little bit surprised with what happened with BBL?
Yeah, actually, I was waiting to BBL gonna win. But when I see they're losing, yeah, I was just shocked. But I can understand after the last game against Eternal Fire. I think they are looking like a little broke. I don't know, but they're probably gonna handle it. But this is sometimes a really big thing, because when you are always winning, when you start to lose the first match, that when you get the first lose, then the other match is going more harder.
Yeah, you start to kind of wonder if it's like, is it meta or is it mental?
Yeah,
I think from a coaching side, like,
I mean,
where are you looking at right now?
I think it's a bit of both. I mean, I think they really need to find ways to make Lovers Rock comfortable again. Like, this guy's incredible scoped weapon player, right? And so they need to find a way to get him on agents that really fits that. And also, like, I think a big loss to Eternal Fire is definitely going to affect your mental. And now a loss to Giants, and now they're in a back against the wall situation. Like, you can't move past that very easily. And so I think they definitely will have they'll have some work to do this week to really get in form. But I believe they can do it. Like,
are we sleeping on Giants though?
Maybe a little. I mean, Giants surprised me.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I thought that BBL Giants was going to be a bit of an open and shut case, but actually I thought Giants came out swinging. So respect to them for sure.
What about the Mates versus Na'Vi game? Because I think obviously you kind of played against, I think, both of those teams already. When you kind of match them up, obviously Na'Vi have had their kind of different issues to what Mates have. Did you expect like Mates to 2-0 that and come out on top, especially now with comeback?
Actually, I don't know, because like now we change 3 duelists or something, and they have some IGR from the Americas, and it's looking like they have so many things to adapt with, but they keep changing something. So that's
every week.
Yeah, every week. So that's looking like this is not gonna work. But I don't know, like. How can I say? For individual, Hero and Ruxic is almost best players as a Turkish, I guess, in the league. But for the other 3, I'm not sure what they wanna do. They should adapt, like we talk about Giants. Giants did really good. They understand how to adapt the meta right now, and they understand how to use West Side as well. Because he was a sentinel player, but now he always does really good job on the second duel or chambers or something. I don't know. Now we just can't even focus the meta, because they always focus what they're gonna change.
Yeah. No, I get you.
I mean, I think I'm definitely very happy to see the Martin bounce back.
For sure, his Phoenix was sick.
Yeah, his Phoenix was really good, and it was obviously like a week 1, week 2 talking point about, is Martin dead after the Yoru nerfs? So I'm actually really happy to see him bounce back and prove like the caliber player he is. But I really thought Na'Vi was probably going to take this game. I thought the addition of comeback, like firepower wise, was going to just like blow him away. So I was a little surprised by the result. But I think what you said about Na'Vi is very true, that there's a lot of change and a lot of movement in that team, and they've not really been able to. And obviously they're still waiting for exit, so they have like, it's still very in the air for them. But I think when the dust settles on that team, whether that's next week or whether that's split 2, I think they'll be a very, very good team. I think they just need to get out of this kind of turbulent period, and then they'll be very good.
Don't change something every week.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
not their fault, but yeah.
Well, so they could have kept Galosha. It's kind of their fault.
I mean, he looked better.
He improved a lot
against us. Yeah. I think he's definitely got talent, but maybe a little too early. Maybe a little more time in the oven.
He's gone back to the academy team now. A match that I'm sure there were a lot of eyes on. Eternal Fire Vitality.
Yeah.
It's kind of a banger game, but also Eternal Fire looked insane.
Actually, for Eternal Fire, I played with them like when there was Ulf, and I played with Afro as well, their coach, like 6 months or something when I played in the Turkish league. Actually, they have really good Turkish game style and Turkish aim. And they just looking like they don't care about any game styles or any type of like vitality or fanatic. They don't care about the names as well. they're just disrespecting everyone and playing their games.
Yeah.
So this is the best thing that you can show, how to show the Turkish Valorant. You shouldn't respect them, because when you respect to them, now they are because of the experience, they just understand what you're gonna do and try to control you every time.
Yeah.
They just don't let.
Bambino, I kind of want to ask you the other side of it though. Is this danger now for Vitality? Like they're meant to be the super team again. They're another super team for a second year in a row.
It's definitely squeaky bum time, I think.
That's what they call it.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone out of the UK uses that phrase, but carry on.
Yeah, it's definitely backs against the wall a little bit for Vitality, but I have a lot of faith in that team and that coaching staff and their experience to kind of turn this around. But you've got to call a spade sometimes, and they're definitely in a bit of a sticky situation, and not one that I think anyone anticipated for them to be in at the start of the season. They now have a pretty must-win game coming up. But I think that team will be fine. I think they'll figure it out. They have a lot of resources. They have a lot of experience. I think they'll be fine, but they definitely, if they don't turn it around this week, then it might be wraps.
Did you see the Eternal Fire Bind comp? Did you have a look at that at all? It was the Neon Sky Viper Brim Vice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Vice is really underrated right now, I think. I wouldn't be surprised if we see, as playoffs and kind of into Masters, that we get a lot more play in Vice, because it's the perfect counter to a lot of the Neon stuff that's going on. I think it's just a really, as Sentinels go that are quite weak, I think Vice is actually very strong. So I actually do think we'll see quite a bit more Vice picked soon.
Oh, another game that involved another change sort of the players. It was Heretics versus KC, which for you must be quite nice, because that's your two next games. You get to watch them play against each other. I kind of just want to know where you place both those teams. For KC, it looks very rough right now. For Heretics, that was a big improvement from the previous weeks, but is that just because KC are not that good?
Yeah, I think Heretics is looking way better than KC probably. And also Koshmaras show really good game. His Neon
game was great.
Yeah, he did well. They're probably gonna understand what they should do and what type of game they want to play. And probably for the other weeks they're gonna play more better, I guess. But for KC, I don't know that much. They tried DOS9 as a duelist.
Yeah.
But I don't know for me. If you can't adapt the meta, if you can't understand the double duel meta, then just don't do it. Try to be an NRG. They always playing with same one main entry and just fill the other gaps, like two initiators, smoke or something. But if you don't have the second duelist, then don't play it.
I was going to bring this up later, but now you've said that. Why was he playing Waylay?
Oh, what?
See? Yeah, I've got you now. I've got you in the trap. You said if you don't have a second duelist, don't play. He played Waylay.
But to be fair to Yetu, he can play Waylay.
Okay.
Yeah,
and his Waylay was pretty good. Yetu's a much more flexible player than, he's obviously a very good Sentinel. But
he's one of the best Sentinels, I would say.
He is. But, I think we played in Waylay on Bind and things where we were playing no Sentinel. We were playing with the Viper anyway. So... and it was an experimental period for us.
Actually, it was working well on the pracs as well.
He's defending himself now.
and for the off season, I played so many Neon.
Yeah, you did.
I did so many good things on the Red Bull home grounds.
Yeah,
but for Waylay on split, it was hard because actually for this time I wasn't that much. Have confidence, and the team has so many chaos inside, so I just try to take some how can I say responsibility, I guess, and try to make my team feel more chill and more confident, but we just can't do it.
I mean, I think we also learnt our lesson a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's why we can sit here now on our high horse and be like, don't play Waylay if you can't. Because, we did it and it didn't look that great, right? So I think we learned our lesson, and we're a team that's very big on identity, and we speak a lot about our identity and how we play and what the meta is for us and not what the meta is for everyone else, and how can we get people comfortable. It's why Zeus is on Jet and things like this. And that really works for us. And I think that really works for more teams than Try It.
Yep.
So I think we learned our lesson a little bit.
Yeah, also that's why I'm saying if you don't have second duelist, don't play, because I see if you don't have you can't play. Yeah. So there is no need to take this risk.
Well, before we get on to more about you, there was one other game this week, and that was Fnatic versus Pacific. I don't want to loo on it too long, as you have the best team in the group playing basically against the worst, but it was a bit of a depressing one because, again, Pacific so close. And I feel like that is something that in the low times for a team, I'm sure you would have had a similar thing at kickoff, like when you played Fnatic, for example. You come so close versus a good team, but then you still lose. Is that the hardest to come back from mentally? Because you're like, we actually could have beaten this great team, but we're still on 0 wins.
Yeah, it was really hard for us. Like on the kickoff, we played against Mates first. We understand Mates is really good when they became a masters team and they show a really good game on there. We said, okay, we can lose Mates, that's fine. Then we play against Fnatic. We understand we can try to get rich to beat another like high potential team for the finals. But when we lose against Karmikop, then we said, oh my God, guys, we are really bad. Because the first team, okay, Gentleman was really good when on the kickoff. But for Fnatic, it was Fnatic. And if you have one map and if you have another map that became so close, then you can say to yourself, okay, that's fine. We can fix more and we can be a better team. But when we lose back to the third match against Kisi, then we can't say anything to us. Like there wasn't, our hands was empty.
Yeah, I mean, to speak on the game a bit as well, like Pacific are a team that I genuinely believe has a lot of talent. Like VALORANT has been next guy up for ages.
Yeah,
I think Seven is great. Like they have a lot of the pieces there, and like you say, they are so close, which it hurts so much more to be so close and then lose.
Yeah,
and I think as well to speak for Fnatic on this matchup, like it's not always easy to come in and play a team that's basically got nothing to lose. Like Pacific probably didn't rate themselves as like very high chance of winning the game either, right? And so that means that gives you a lot of freedom in your mind to just play. And I think we saw a bit of that on the first map, you know what I mean? Like if these kind of like underdog teams can come and punch you in the mouth, it is a bit scary. But Fnatic are a tenured enough team with enough experience to kind of like wake up in the second map and then they slap them down on Lotus, right? But I do genuinely believe in this Pacific roster, and I do believe that there is something there. They just have to really dig deep and find it, I think.
Well, the only game we haven't mentioned is obviously your one, which
Hey.
was you being Liquid. Thank you for giving me a point on my predictions. They were going very bad this week up until that point, but you are the first team to fully lock in playoffs. I know that with Fnatic, it's like 99.999%, but you are 100% locked into playoffs. Obviously, with everything that went on at sort of like the very beginning of the stage, did you think it would go this well, like 3-0 after 3 weeks?
Yeah, maybe I don't think we're gonna go 3-0 or something, but I know we're gonna do playoffs because I see how Vlad and Bambino is working together. I see how Sociable has a real leader character, and also I see Sop is the best best filler, I guess. He always try to make the team feel more comfortable.
Yeah,
he's not that type of ego duelist like the other duelist people. He's more like focusing on the team. And we see like we are really going good when we practice to the other teams. Like for the last year, I guess we can't even coming close to beat a tier 1 team on the practice as well.
Yeah.
But now when we are playing against them, we are just having fun. We are just trying to trash talk to them. We are just trying to like focus on other things like. Where do we have to stay or what we need to do or something. We don't focus to win against them. We always focus what we can do better. We don't care about the enemy game style or what they want to really do. We always focus on ourselves. I think it's because of our coaching staff and our IGL. We just want to control all the game, all the map, and it's not like doing slowly. We can be so aggro, we can be so passive, but we know when we need to do. I think that's the key point for us.
I mean, I think I was I was a little more skeptical, I guess, coming into the split because we had so little preparation time.
Yeah.
Well, that was another question I was going to have is how little was it actually? Because I was talking to you as the process was going on. You're like, they're not even here yet. I don't know if we're going to have all the players.
We legit had, I think it was about a week of practice before our first game, maybe 10 days.
Yeah, 10 days or
something like this. And so we had not a lot of time to get.
But when was the practice in person though? Because I think it was even less, wasn't it?
I mean, yeah, the guys kind of staggered arriving into Berlin for like visa reasons and stuff. So I think Sop was the last guy to arrive, and he arrived literally a few days before the first game.
Yeah, 2 days before, I guess, or something.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and so that was definitely my concern coming into the split. Was I knew we had a really talented team, and I knew we had the potential, but I was very worried we wouldn't be able to like bottle the magic of a honeymoon period quick enough. But thankfully, I mean, we worked really, really hard in those 10 days to get 6 maps playable. Yeah. And now we have all 7. And it took a lot of work, but actually I think we did a really good job of kind of like running a pretty simple system, but really getting so we can execute it very well. And that was like our key thing. We knew we didn't have time to have giant playbooks and really complex ideas. We had to, and also our team is pretty hard-coded double duelist, right? With Sop and Zeus. So we had a very clear path, and we were very intentional about it. And yeah, we just had to get something done very quickly, but I'm very happy it turned out how it did. And I always knew we had the potential to do this in us for sure.
Well, I will say I'm very happy for you in general because you do have a kind of cursed history. But I wanted to kind of spin this a little bit because you've actually, for the first time ever, your team in EMEA has won 3 games in a row. That has never happened for FUT. It's always been 2 wins, a loss, 2 wins, a loss. That's always how it's gone. So in EMEA, these 3 games are the first time you've ever won 3 in a row.
Oh, we made history.
Yeah,
congratulations.
We made history.
And I feel like 1 or 2 of them might be a little obvious. So I'm not going to ask for too much. Maybe just like you can say the team.
Okay.
But maybe we'll get some questions on some of the closer looking games. First one is Pacific versus Eternal Fire.
I'm gonna go Eternal Fire.
Yeah,
Eternal Fire.
Gobsmacked. I don't think I need any details there. What about Mates versus Heretics? Heretics looked a lot better coming into this week. I'd still put Mates slightly higher based on how they played, but I think that could be a closer game.
I think I'm a Gentlemates believer this game, just seeing what Martin's doing again.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm a believer.
Mini's been very good as well.
Yeah. I mean, that guy's incredible too. But I do think it'll be a close game. Like, if Heretics can continue trending upwards, then I think we've got a banger, to be fair. But I'm leaning slightly Gentlemates.
Okay. Yeah, same. Like, probably on Gentlemates after the last game, they feel more confident and they understand what they need to do because they always try to find which role or what agent needs to play Martin. Now I think they understand what they have to do, so they will gonna play more better than the last game against Heretics. After Koshmaras, he's a good player, but he still needs time for the adapt all the things about the team. And Gentlemen has advantage about that because they all like more hype players and more comfortable players with confidence. Probably Gentleman is gonna win, but I think if Heretics can make it, if Heretics can get 1 map, then maybe it's more hard for the 3rd map. But I totally believe Gentleman is gonna win.
Okay.
Yeah.
GX Fnatic.
Ooh. I mean,
GX definitely improved, but maybe not that much.
Yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard to pred against Fnatic ever, right?
Yeah.
They're just they're really good, and I think they probably are the top team in that group. But Giants again trending upwards. I think they're still struggling with the meta. I think it really doesn't fit them. But Westside is starting to find a bit more form now.
He's been good.
Yeah, and so I think they can definitely have it on, and especially like Fnatic have looked a little shaky at times. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't that clean against Pacific in the first map.
Just ban Lotus.
Yeah, ban Lotus and you're all right. You know, they had the little stumble Eternal Fire as well. So
it's like you don't play Turkish teams on Ascent. You don't play Fnatic on Lotus.
I'm excited for that to come back.
And also for Fnatic Lotus, I think they're playing the same comp like for last 3 years or something.
It's
now with Neon instead of Raze, but
it's
very
always
similar.
Based Viper, Killjoy, and Fade. And they know how to use Lotus. They probably need to just ban Lotus.
This one's a very silly question. KC versus FUT.
I think that's only going one way.
Top of the group versus bottom of the group. So,
I mean, I'll never pray against my own team.
I think wearing the jersey as well.
Yeah, imagine,
I don't think it would look good.
Imagine if it was like Casey 2-0. No, yeah. I think we're taking that one home.
Yeah, I hope so. And also, I don't want to create any estimate about this match to our opponent because we always, of course, our goal is going Masters, but we always focus on the next match. We always going match by match. We just need to focus making it 5-0 for the group. And after that, we want to take this one match and go to Masters. So against Kisi, we're gonna just do what we always do, like which game we are always doing, because our coaching staff always actually, like, before all of the games, I think you guys always try to make us adapt how the enemy plays.
Yeah.
So Kisi is more like based to anti-strats team, and I think it's too hard for them because we almost always changing our game plan against the enemy. Yeah,
I mean, it's important to say, like, we're not coming into this week disrespecting KC and like a cornered dog's gonna bite, and I actually do think they are a talented team. I mean, like, guys like Narrate, DOS9, like, they really have it in them. I think they're struggling to make it work right now, but they've got everything to play for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's really important. We don't underestimate them this week. They are a good team. I have a lot of respect for their coaching staff. So I think we just have to do what we've done every week so far, and our foot is not off the gas at all.
Okay. Yeah. What about Na'Vi Liquid? You've played both of these teams now. I think both had, like, one I think took a map, the other, like, obviously very, very close. Who do you favor in that one?
I might go controversial. I think I'm pretty Na'Vi for this.
Okay.
But not...
Is that Na'Vi if Exit makes it, or Na'Vi with comeback, or Na'Vi with...
I think
who's playing this week?
I think if Exit makes it, then definitely. I think with comeback... Okay, I believe in this Na'Vi team more than what they showed this week. And don't get me wrong, a lot of respect to Liquid. I think they're great. And but I found Na'Vi to be a little more difficult, like, when I was doing my prep. And I think that the Na'Vi play style will match up quite well against Liquid. Now, I think it's a bit of a hot take, and I think I am backing an underdog.
Okay.
But I can see that happening.
Yeah, normally I can say Liquid, but after comeback, I know him really well when we play on the off season and when we play on the stage as well. I think it will be the game that comeback gonna show who is him. Like, so I believe he will did a really good job, and probably now we can win. Like, normally I can say Liquid for also Mole, but
True, yeah.
but yeah, I think it's more decided on the Navi. And also Klurik is a really great IGL with impact kills.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And then probably the game that genuinely could decide the other group, BBL versus Vitality.
It's a banger.
One of these teams is going 1-3, right? So it's like one of them is, I don't think they're guaranteed out, but it's pretty close if other things don't go their way.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm backing Vitality for this one. I just think that they're gonna turn it around.
Okay.
Like we spoke about before, I have a belief in their coaching staff. I have a belief in the experience of their players, that back against the wall, they'll make it work. You know what I mean? Whereas BBL, it's 5 rookies, a lot of emotions. You're just riding high from Santiago, and now you're on a drop. And they have way less experience, and none of them have been in this situation before to know how to respond. And I think they're still struggling a little to get the grips on the meta and things like this. And so I'm just backing experience here, and I'll take Vitality. But if BBL turn around and 2-0, I'll go, yeah, that was totally a possibility as well, because the BBL is an insane team with, when they're confident and when they're shooting, they're like really good. But yeah, I think I'm going Vitality for this.
It's going to be the first split. Is he going to go against the 5 Turkish players?
No, of course. I trust BBL. Probably
I saw
gonna
that
win.
coming a mile off.
I'm not gonna talk about any other team when there's a Turkish team.
Yeah.
But it's too hard for them, because like do or die day against Vitality with that much experience and Dörke, Yampi, and Sayonara, it will be so hard for them. But I hope, and also Chronicle, he's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too hard for them. But hope BBL can win it.
Yeah. The thing is, though, you can name their players, but you could also do the same for Laroque, Kraven, like Lovers. They've got great players themselves.
Yeah. For me, I think they are individual, like really good players. They have so many skills, so many good aimer. And when we face against them on the off season, when they were Pacific, and they were like shooting really good. And I like to how they show their emotions about the game. They always stand up and like shooting on the and just screaming about their faces. I love to watching it. And for community, I see it a lot. They thinking like Laroque is always screaming a lot, and that makes him like looking like a little silly.
Yeah.
But they always like thinking the same for me on my first year. So they shouldn't just care about it. They just need to do what they do in all the matches. Just stand up, scream at them, and just win. Shoot them.
I think it is. It's a confidence thing. I think that'll be the main thing for BBO. If they can get their confidence back, I think it's going to be a banger game. But they've looked a little bit more shaky. Yeah. Now, the last thing I'm going to try and get you to predict, if you can remember the groups, I'll read them out, is who makes it to playoffs. Because obviously, you're the team that's locked in. Yeah. So for you don't have to predict yourselves. But we'll start with the other group. Obviously, Fnatic currently 3-0. Eternal Fire and GX 2-1. BBL and Vitality 1-2. And then Pacific 0-3. I think we can agree Pacific are out.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it the toxic way and say, who do you think is the other team that goes out with them?
Oh, man. Like, okay. I think Vitality's making out of this group. So I think BBL are in discussion for me. I think Giants are also potentially in discussion for me. Like, I think they looked good, but obviously it's a tough group. I think Eternal Fire will keep on their form. I think they'll make it out. I think Fnatic are definitely making it out. So for me, it's a toss-up between BBL and Giants. I'm gonna say BBL.
Go out.
Yeah.
Woo!
I know.
That is spicy. I guess with the thing is you're also looking at what's already happened. So it's like because they already have that defeat to GX, it makes it kind of more difficult for them to make it out anyway.
Exactly, yeah.
But it also relies on they would have to beat one of their sort of remaining teams.
And that's no disrespect to them. You know, it's a really tough group. But I mean, it all comes down to this game this week. But yeah, that would be my prediction. Pacific and BBL not making it out.
Okay. BBL Pacific, you could say. Which way are you going? now he's a bit more on the fence. He's like, he's maybe doing this the nasty way.
Yeah. If BBL wins that match, then the other match they will 100% gonna win. Probably about the confident, but yeah, like you said, it's looking so shaky. I don't want to lose my Turkish team. No. Okay, we can have a rival, but I will always support any other Turkish teams. So
you think what? Vitality?
Vitality.
You think they will make another group?
Hey, we need bold predictions. That's it. There you go, producer. We got bold predictions here. Either BBL or Vitality out. What about in your own group? Obviously, I think again we're looking at KC because you've already predicted yourself to beat KC.
Yeah.
So you have said they are out. Obviously.
Yeah.
The other teams that are currently 1 and 2, you've got Na'Vi, Team Heretics, and then 2 and 1, Team Liquid and Mates. So one of them is going out.
I mean, Heretics is the obvious answer because they've had a pretty poor start.
Yeah.
And I think Heretics still have us and Liquid left to play.
They've got tough games, yeah.
So it is like tough opponents. So I think that's like the easy answer is to say KC and Heretics don't make it out.
I think they've beaten Liquid. They got Mates.
Okay, Mates, sorry, yes.
Lost to Liquid, I mean.
Yeah. But I still believe that that team's good enough to turn it around. And then you have to start looking at a team like Mates, maybe not making it out the group either.
I was about to say, because you have Na'Vi winning. So it makes you put yourself in a tough spot.
Yeah, I'm a Na'Vi believer. So for me, it's between Heretics and Mates. But I think I'm leaning on the side of Heretics just because a poor start is really difficult to come back from. whereas Gentlemates look like they figured things out a bit more.
But you could then argue, just based on what you said, Liquid have only sort of beaten the teams a little bit lower down.
True. I mean, Liquid could imagine the scenes.
That would be the
Liquid go
bottle
2
of the
3.
century from
That would
2-0
be
to 2-3.
Yeah, that could be bad. But I think they'll be fine.
Me too.
They're always fine until they get to an international, so they'll be all right.
Okay. Clip that.
Clip that, please.
What about you, Yetujey? Who have you
Yeah,
got?
I'm thinking same with him. Like I believe Navi still, and Heretics and Karmic Corp. Don't want to say any bad about them because we're gonna face with them. I don't want to curse ourselves.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, they are looking like out of the group, and yeah, probably Mates can't do it as well.
Mm-hmm.
I see us and Liquid is guaranteed. I guess I believe Liquid is really good team, and hope Navi can do it too because I like how Navi plays and I like. How Ruxichan comeback plays and also Hero. So yeah.
Well, I think that is the thing with that team is like, I don't want to see Ruxic and Hero
Absolutely
not do well again because those two, especially you go back to stage 2 last year, they were incredible. So I think fingers crossed. The problem is if we root for every single Turkish player, we're rooting for half the league. So somebody will unfortunately have to lose. But all I'll really say now is thank you very much for all of your predictions. Those are going to get clipped.
Definitely.
And for anybody who might want to see them on the broadcast, of course, this was the Spike Drop. And on Wednesday, we will be back with another week of VCT EMEA.